What's good, guys? It's been a while, probably a very long while. Anyway, today I want to do a breakdown of how my trades were last week. You understand? Last week was one hell of a week. Last 2 weeks I think I did a wheel, and I was saying that hand they touch me. You understand? My boy, true hand really touch me. Hand really they touch me. Now I have this setup here. I took this tweed here. You understand? I saw something here. This was another block. You understand? I needed to sell, which I did, and it went on my direction. You understand? But now I was supposed to break even, but I did not. I was like, maybe just want to come down here, you understand, and maybe come to this zone and go down. But I left it, and the next candle just smashed my SL. You understand? Now I saw this guy again. I always talk about this breaker block of a guy since it has not been touched. You understand? So I just wanted to take my entry a little bit late. You understand? Which I did, and you can see I bought here. You understand? I bought here. This trade was about 1:5 or so. I bought here. Now after giving me, you see that it broke this a little high here, this little higher low, or lower high, sorry. You understand? It gave this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, then came down. So since it broke above it, I was like, okay, now we can go risk free. What this guy did was to come back down, take out my zone. You understand? If it had not given me this stuff, I would have left it to do all this rejection till it breaks out of here or here. You understand? But it did not. So after giving me this whole stuff and it gave me break even, I was upset. Then later I came back to just see, okay, what did this market later do? Was I wrong? I found out that I was right. Probably I broke even too early. Even when my system said I should break even. Yeah, things happens like that. So this guy is one of them. You understand? Then we have this other. I took another trade. Yeah, so 20. That was 25th of June. 26th, I did not see any trade. Okay, I saw a trade on 26th, but it executed 27th. And on 27th, I on 27th I think this 26 years. On 27th, I was supposed to take this trade, but I waited for it to come back to this place, right? I waited for it to come back to this place. Then I went to a lower time frame, and I got a trade. Instead of risking 15 pips here, I was risking like 10 pips to gain about 60 pips or so. You understand? Let me see how many pips this thing went. I was risking 10 pips to gain 60 something pips. You can see from here that it's 61 pips or 60 pips. So that was how I was able to gain that. Alright, but I'm still not happy because I have had a lot of losses I need to recover. You understand? And the whole psychology of trading is just making me to be upset because I have a lot to do. I have a lot to do. There are a lot of things I need to fix. So it's more like I'm putting too much pressure on the chart. Though I can't force the chart to do what I want. At the end of the day, it has to do what it wants to do, but I pray that analysis aligns with what the market wants. You understand? So that's just it. You can see this guy, this other one I did here, this other trade I took on 25th. You can see that this was a trend line. Now from this point it broke out of this zone, came back. The second zone, what I took here as the second zone was it was able to break out of this other, you understand, it was able to break out of this other point to give us this higher high. So now I was waiting for this third touch, because the third touch most times is always a very powerful one. For those that trade trend line too, it's very very vital. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't take it from this zone here. You understand? That's why I brought it down. So I wanted to get that sniper entry, and you can see that that was exactly how I got the sniper entry. So I've been one of the very sniper trade, if there's anywhere like that. You understand? So this would have given me a very good sniper entry. But yeah, I missed it, and see this whole push to the upside. This whole push to the upside. Let me see how many pips I would have had. 150 pips. And the funny part of it is that Euro USD has never been my pair. I've never liked Euro USD for one day, but yeah, I had the terrible experience with Euro USD when I had little or knowledge about trading. I had the very terrible experience on Euro USD. I lost almost half of my accounts that day, or more than half of the accounts that day. I was really trading like I was buying at a resistance level. And the funny part is it was showing me that point was holding for a very long time. You understand? The trade, I wish I could go back to the charts to show, because it's been a very long time. So it was holding for a very long. Let me give you an illustration on how that stuff was like. It was rejecting like this for in 1 hour time frame for a very long time, and my buy was around this point. So it's like I was gaining and I was losing, I was gaining, I was losing, I was gaining, I was losing. No substantial, like you can't say this I've gained up to $1 or I've lost $1. So then, I was buying all of a sudden, I think there was a news or so, it went very bad and I was not using stop loss. So that's one of the reasons why when they say use stop loss is very important. So since then I've never liked Euro USD. And again, or when I was doing strategy hunting, where I was hunting or hopping from one strategy to another, none has ever aligned with Euro USD. None has ever aligned with Euro USD. So I just don't like the pair. But it's funny how I've back tested for a while, and I've realized that it has most of the things that I need, but I've not just been. It's more like my hatred for the pair has blinded me not to see. You understand? Not to see it. So I'm not saying Euro USD is my favorite pair, no. But I'm just saying I still prefer it currently now. Some people say they prefer gold. Yeah, gold has its own, but at some point you realize that the way gold runs very fast, gold is very volatile. You understand? You can earn same amount you earn in gold, you can earn it with any other pair if you know how to do your calculations correctly. You want to earn 2,000 pips and you're risking 500 pips on gold. You understand? You're going to earn the same amount as somebody who risked 50 pips in Euro USD and made 60 pips as take profit. It's just the mathematics behind it. You understand? So that's it. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For more. Oh, my phone is down. See you guys later. Bye.